This stele is what the Egyptians would have called a triumph stele, a victory stele, commemorating victory over foreign peoples.
Most of the hieroglyphic inscription celebrates Merneptah's triumph over Libya, his enemy to the west. But almost as an afterthought, he mentions his conquest of people to the east in just 2 lines.
The text reads, Ashkelon has been brought captive, Gezer has been taken captive, Yanoam in the North Jordan Valley has been seized, Israel has been shorn, its seed no longer exists.
History proves the Pharaoh's confident boast to be wrong. Rather than marking their annihilation, Merneptah's stele announces the entrance onto the world stage of a people named Israel.
This is priceless evidence for the presence of an ethnical group called Israel in the central highlands of southern Canaan.
The well-established Egyptian chronology gives the date as 1208 BC. Merneptah's stele is powerful evidence that a people called the Israelites are living in Canaan, what today includes Israel and Palestine, over 3,000 years ago.
We've been searching to find the evidence that Egypt recognized the existence of the ancient people of Israel living in the land of Canaan. Finally, right in front of us is the very thing we have been looking for. The Merneptah stele contains irrefutable evidence that 3,200 years ago, the people of Israel were living in Canaan as a distinct people group. And this here is the smoking gun, and at the bottom here it says Israel is no more. Now the original is in the Egyptian Museum. This is a copy. The reason this is so important is because this dates to 1200 BC. Now the Bible says at that point that the people of Israel are in their land, but here we have in Egyptian history the mention of the people of Israel. The great superpower of Egypt has to mention Israel, and also shows us that there is an unreliability about Egyptian history, because it says Israel, its seed is no more. In other words, I've wiped out Israel. They're all dead, they're all gone. Of course we know that's not true. This is amazing. This is the smoking gun that we've been looking for. This is it. This is a smoking gun. We've seen it. 1200 BC, the people of Israel are definitely in the land. The Bible is correct, just as we read it. Absolutely amazing. Look how huge this one is as well. Absolutely beautiful. And we're linking the Bible with Egyptian history, and they just went like that. It's perfect, it's brilliant. This is a day I'm going to remember forever as well. Pharaoh Merneptah claimed that he destroyed the people of Israel, but actually this Pharaoh left us with the evidence which decimated the weak and foolish theories of skeptical scholars who once claimed that no such people ever existed during this age.
And the first reference to Israel in Egyptian hieroglyphics, just incredible, 3,200 years ago. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular.